Submission, faith, and patience, you conveyed the noble message, brought us light through your guidance. Peace be upon you, my beloved.
What was the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings upon him's life like after he lived with his uncle Abi Talib?
The Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, worked as a sheep herder from the age of 9 to 15. And then from 15 to the age of 35, he was a businessman. At the age of 23, one of the people that did business with him was a woman named Khadija bint Khuwaylid, a widow who was known to be the most beautiful and wealthiest in the city. And Muhammad ﷺ was happy to do business with her and treated her the same way he treated anyone else, with the honesty and consistency of sustenance that came to her from his business. And so because she loved that so much, she started doing exclusive business with him, leaving all the other tradesmen that she did business with. And not only that, she started thinking that this young man has an amazing character. And people are talking about how honest he is. And then she started thinking of marriage once again as a widow. But before she could decide that, she sent a servant of hers with Muhammad on one trip to come back with some additional, more intimate news. And the news that came back was incredible. He told her how Muhammad, peace and blessings upon him, treated him like nobody has ever treated a servant before. That he made sure he ate from what he ate, and that he slept where he slept, and that he rode on the horse or the camel that they were riding on, equal to the time that Muhammad, peace and blessings upon him, was riding on. Khadija was now sure that that's who she wanted to be her husband. So she sent one of her friends to ask Muhammad's hand in marriage indirectly, and they were wed, while the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, was 25 years old and Khadija was 40. And despite their age difference, the love and infatuation they had for one another lasted all the way until Khadija's death later in life. She bore him 4 girls and 2 boys. And unfortunately, the 2 boys at the age of 4 and at the age of 7, roughly, passed away when the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, was young. And so he had 4 girls and 2 boys that passed away. He had to live through losing his parents and losing children as well. But the Prophet continued being the honest businessman that he was, supporting his family. Even though Khadija was one of the wealthiest in the city, that he was the one who supported the family with his trade. And then at the age of 35, an incident happened. He actually had now become a manager of business instead of going on the trade trips himself. And while he was walking into the blessed house one day, he found that they were planning to rebuild. And he was coming to help them with the rebuilding of the Kaaba. But they came to the part of the rebuilding that was going to cause a civil war between them. Not because they all wanted to build it differently, but because of one specific honor related to building the Kaaba. Before we conclude, I want to tell you about one more addition to the household of the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him. His name was Zayd ibn Haritha, and he came to the household of the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, as a slave. At the time the Arabian Peninsula, what they knew was raiding each other in order to gain wealth. And his tribe was raided, and he was taken as a young boy as a slave and sold in the slave trade center called Suq Aqaz, which was where they sold slaves, unfortunately. This was the unfortunate practice at the time of the Prophet, and it wasn't until the establishment of the hatred of slavery that slavery was emancipated completely from all of the Muslim lands. But at this time, Zayd became a slave in the house of the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him. When his father searched everywhere for him, he was finally led that Zayd was living in Quraysh. And when he came to Quraysh, he found out that he was in the home of the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him. And he was told about the character of the Prophet. So he said, assuredly, if I offered the ransom for my son, he'll give him back to me. Next time we'll talk about what happened in the rebuilding of the Kaaba. And I greet you with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
With submission, faith, and patience, you conveyed the noble message, brought us light through your guidance. Peace be upon you, my beloved. Ya Habibi, Ya Muhammad, Ya Nabi, Salam.